Tonight, from Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, it's the AFC Wildcard Round on EA Sports. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Houston Texans.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to one of the most storied postseason venues in the league. Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, sold out once again. Tonight, we wrap up a great Sunday here in Super Wild Card Weekend, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
The third of three games to finish up this Sunday. We might save the best for last. And off we go here in the wild card round. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart. But make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
Stroud looks to throw on the first play. And incomplete to open things up.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Here's 2nd and 10. Stroud looking to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Stroud on 3rd down now. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. Again, it's Stroud. And his pass incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game. Throwing now is Stroud. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Defensively, you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he is going to have a Texans first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. First run of the game here for Dameon Pierce. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 8. Option right, here's Stroud. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him.
Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. And now a fumble. The ball's out. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this, and it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Staying on his feet. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
Sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
They'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approached this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. On the now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though. And he's missed now in his first 4 passing. It's just not there to begin this ball game.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Eluding the pressure right. His throw incomplete.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football, and that's worked for the defense early in this game. And now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. They'll look to throw again. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got his tight end Fryermuth over the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Back to throw again. That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown Steelers. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Steelers will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And now out comes Houston. And one thing we haven't pointed out yet, probably should, you got a dome team on the road, January, cold weather. How How tough is that, or is that something that really shouldn't come into play?
Well, it shouldn't come into play, but let's face it, if you've been a dome team all year and used to a controlled environment, you need to get yourself outside a little bit for practice during the week, and that's what most of these teams do, because just because they play in a dome doesn't mean they don't have bad weather outside to work in, so they can do that, get their guys acclimated, and then that way, it takes it all away when you get to game day in a foreign place.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Stroud sets up the play action. Throw left side complete. That's Pierce. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Steelers.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Back to throw now on 1st down. Escapes the sack. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit.
It's caught at the 10. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Back to throw. Flush to his right. He'll find Najee Harris. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Patterson now for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And they'll go right back to Pierce. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. 3rd and 9 here. And Stroud now to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now down. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fielded just inside the 30. Shreds him with a stiff arm. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3. On play action, they'll throw. And this will be caught. It's Isaiah Hodgins. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He'll look to throw. That is incomplete.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Darnell Washington, 30 yards. And the Steelers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Boy, still in the 1st quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the 1st as they kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. And the Texans set to come onto the field. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And we keep stats on everything, don't we? This is one that you don't want to have. That's a 2nd drop right here in the 1st quarter.
Yeah, I was going to say only in the 1st quarter. Certainly a shift that he wants to right quickly. Stroud's throw taken in by Collins. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Stroud. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you, and that may have been what happened there.
That one deep for Hodgins, and it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 44 yards.
Boy, they've definitely come out of the gate smoking here in the first quarter. Whatever they've tried to run has worked. And there's another example right there. Game plan is one thing, but how about his accuracy? It's been exceptional.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Back to throw here. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. They got to get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Connor Hayward there to make the grab, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
This is where, as a tight end, you've got to really sell that this is a run. They're going to fake the give, hope the linebackers bite, and here they do just enough. That split second, that's all it takes for that tight end to leak out into the end zone. Touchdown.
Extra point try now for Patterson. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. 5 plays there on that drive, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Now, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. 2nd and 10. Another carry for Pierce. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. This one left side caught by Collins. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. First and 10, it's Pierce. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well.
Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. And that's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. But that's just a minor blip here in what's been a thoroughly dominating performance. Well, he does have a good leg. I'll give him that. But not that good.
Not by a long shot.
Pierce gets this one running right. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They go again with Pierce. And down inside the 40 to about the 38.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
3rd and 4. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. That is caught. And a loose football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Defensively, well done to jar that free. I'll tell you what, though, offensively, he's got to be lucky after the catch and the fumble that didn't go too far away from him.
And the way the football is shaped, it's not built to bounce true, is it? It can squirt in any direction and move in any way. He was so lucky. Thank his lucky stars, he was able to get that one back.
This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. Now Stroud. This is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Dalton Schultz, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And now out come the Steelers. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there. You've given yourself a chance. You're in range. And a
leap, and he's got it. He got it. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one goes for 30 yards.
And there's not a quarterback in the league that will ever complain about having small receivers like a Tyreek Hill or a Cooper Kupp who can find a seam, have good vision, and get open. But when you're throwing downfield like this, you want a big, tall receiver who can go above the rim, or if you're a volleyball fan, above the net and get it.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
A throw over the middle taken in. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. In motion left goes a tight end. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that ball is caught by Washington. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers are able to add on to their first half lead. Well, only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Again on second down, it's Stroud. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Patterson now for the... And the rout is on here in this first half. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Houston set to take over. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Second and 10, Stroud to throw yet again here. That one, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. In the second quarter, and already his second touchdown reception. Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone. And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Foreseeing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Stroud to throw it. That's complete to Dell. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. This is taken at the 18. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. George Pickens back out now with the rest of the offense. We're in the second quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain him?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this situation, I would go ahead and double him, maybe even have a third person in the area, and try and dissuade them from throwing him the football. Make someone else beat me for a while, because I don't know that their talents are his, because when he gets his hands on the ball, he breaks down my entire D. Someone else, they may not make the same type of a play.
Well, we know his talents are very good. They'll look to throw now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Options galore here, second and a few inches. They'll drop to throw. A short one there to Freiermuth. And Freiermuth going to have a Steelers first down as he'll get this down to the 47-yard line. Give him 2 on the play there. And that'll be good for a Pittsburgh first.
They've looked his way quite a bit, and in my estimation, as well they should.
Well, that's now 5 catches in this first half alone.
And he picks up another first down. He's been an important part of their offense here early.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late, because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Well, Pickens pulls it in. What a play. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 15-yard line. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in.
Touchdown! Cedric Wilson, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers have got it on cruise control.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Houston's offense taking over again. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
The drive will start with an option going left. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Mechie, the man in motion. Hand off right side to Pierce. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Pierce now up the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 49 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, what's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent job right there of identifying where to go and picking up good yardage.
Now they'll change things up. Stroud will throw it. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Now a 2nd and 10. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. The Texans on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Stroud looking to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line. In motion right, that's Hardman. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. Stroud out of the gun here. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. George Pickens and the Steelers headed back out for another series, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And 22 more yards there and another first down. They'll look to throw here. That's going to be caught. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. George Pickens on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Texans with the football here late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing now is Stroud. A quick throw there is incomplete. They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Here's Stroud. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know we're just in the second quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's his second drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. So back-to-back incompletions. Stroud will look to throw once more. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's got this to Pickens. There he goes again. George Pickens. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. George Pickens on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers would extend their lead here just before halftime.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. The last of our 3 games on this Sunday. One more to follow tomorrow night as we wrap up a very exciting 3 days of Super Wild Card Weekend. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis, where it was the Colts who were able to come away with the home victory. Anthony Richardson, another strong performance as his guys claim victory number 13 on the year.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. George Pickens back out now with the rest of the offense.
What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Here's one deep for Pickens. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. Now back to throw. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
2nd and a couple. He'll drop to throw. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Isaiah Hodgins from 10 yards out. And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed?
Extra point try now for Patterson. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. That time a 6-play drive, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are set in the game. Trying to 7. It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big. And now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Shoves him aside. A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That went down the field for Freiermuth. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On play action, they'll throw. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw. That went down the field for Freiermuth. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Steelers send out their punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Johnson on poke free, football's out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He'll find Hodgins there, complete. So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Back to throw again. He's got his target. That's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Harris will score. Touchdown, Steelers. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Patterson now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a tough?
And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Here's 2nd and 8. And his throw is incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Well, look, this is a team, Charles. They faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them,
taking it right down Broadway. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
All I remember from my experience as a defender, when the big fella gets the football, you've got to get on him early before he gets a chance to get up ahead of steam, because once he does that, he's going to leave a lot of tacklers in his wake.
On 1st down, here's Stroud. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Young. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's another 1st down, as this time they get an even 20. Well, still in the 3rd quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. They'll try and run with their fullback. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
2nd and 10.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap to Stroud. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. In lieu of the sneak on 4th and inches, they just say, give it to the big man in the backfield.
Yeah, fullback no less. Not many of those left in the NFL, but for those that have one, perfect time to use them, perfect time to get it done.
And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as strong running gets them to the 9-yard line. But I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
We'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a 1st.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much, but at least to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on the ball right now. Was it 3 drives?
Yep.
3 fumbles?
3 fumbles.
It's time to change our luck some way, somehow. Focus.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
After a play like that, it should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, That's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's Cameron Johnston now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he's able to get it out of there. And taken at the 46. Escapes the defender. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. George Pickens and the Steelers headed back out for another series. And he is just 1 reception away from 10 in this game. I don't know what they need to do defensively, but something has to be altered, does it not?
I know that whenever we tried to cover a person who's having a game like this, you're trying to vary what you're doing, trying to change things up, hoping to fool him occasionally. If not fool him, fool the quarterback so maybe he doesn't read the coverage correctly. Right now, though, they're in pretty good sync.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're looking at getting there fractions of seconds too early. That one looked a little more obvious. Always a tough penalty to officiate. Just ask the basketball refs when they have to officiate block and charge.
So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Steelers get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
And how nice is it to have a guy like Najee Harris in the backfield when you get down near the goal line? He can use his 230-plus pound frame to just get you those tough yards, and he finishes things off here with a touchdown run.
Extra point try now for Patterson. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Here's Mecole Hardman. This taken in right around the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Texans back out there and ready to go. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. In motion left, Hardman. A give to the fullback on the dive. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. And they pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. Will go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. George Pickens back out now with the rest of the offense.
A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers,
Absolutely.
though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. 23 yards on the play.
The partner is still in the 3rd quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the 4th quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw.
Out route, and he connects with Freiermuth.
And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Back to throw here. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Henry Toto there to bring him down defensively.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. Now, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 11. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught at the 20. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion. He'll look to throw. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown.
Sam Wilson.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Steelers add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Patterson now for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away.
Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here.
They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
And Stroud now to throw.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Houston. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And the Steelers set to take the field. And they have made this look easy. I mean, there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. He's going to launch it for Washington. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And he's going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 22. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And this Texans defense stands tall. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Stroud now on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Houston. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their...
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
I'll tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk, but it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a 1st down, but a big play as well.
41 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
He'll look to throw. Able to shake him off. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Cedric Wilson saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Steelers just continue to roll. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Well, they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Now Stroud.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Stroud.
That's caught left side by Hardman. And he's taken down inside the 30. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Stroud to throw it.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The throwing again is Stroud. Right side complete to Mechie.
And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers 16.
Stroud looking to throw.
And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. 2nd down.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game. And he's got a 1st down. They'll look to throw again. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Dalton Schultz, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Texans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Extra point up and good by Sanders as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. This has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it?
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. George Pickens, 34 yards. And the Steelers are pouring it on. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Taken at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's going to give his guys great starting field position as he dives to the ground to get as much as he can. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. Second and 1. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Najee Harris, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Steelers extend their lead yet again. Well, CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You maybe forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield, they're eligible too.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. Throwing now is Stroud. On the slant, he's got Hardman. Touchdown, Texans. Mecole Hardman, 45 yards. And the Texans are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Extra point up and good by Sanders as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Harris running straight ahead. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Well, Pickens pulls it in. What a play.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Extra point try now for Patterson.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays.
And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. And at this point, maybe you say, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division, but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here's Stroud.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Stroud.
That's caught again by Schultz.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided.
One final shot for C.J. Stroud. Catch is made. It's Schultz on the out route.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.
The Steelers earn the win at home as we say so long from Pittsburgh.